Hi there and welcome to the Screen-O-Matic session on task 3.2. So in this very short video we'll be looking at how to complete a risk assessment for a particular PE or physical activity session. So you can see on this document here it just covers one page really in your LER booklet, and what you need to make sure that you do is that you fill out the top section here in terms of location and regarding the date of when you did your risk assessment, and the session details. So who was involved in the session itself, so what year group, where did that kind of take place, and also what sporting activity was involved. And then we have a breakdown in that we have the potential risks as the first column. So here you need to think about what are the potential risks involved in your particular session that you've just observed. So that could be, for example, some of the equipment that was left out, or it could be the facilities itself. So was it a slippy surface? So there's some examples there for you. Who's at risk? So you need to think about who is in danger of the potential risks that you've identified. So you might list these as a group of people. So is it the student themselves? Is it the teacher? Is it anyone else? And then you need to determine whether you think that's a high risk, a medium risk, or a low risk. So that's in the third column there. In the fourth column, you then need to think about what steps have been taken to minimize the risk. So what would you do as an observer, and have you witnessed anything in the lesson that has shown the teacher or the leader who's been taking charge of that session to help minimize the risk? That could be through verbal instructions, it could be through something physical that they've actually done by taking things away or including things. So that's something that you need to keep an eye on there. And then, is there any further action required? So it says there, list further action required to control significant risks. So what could we include here in regards to reducing that risk even further? So is it important about telling the leader itself? Is it important about ensuring that next time the equipment's put out at the start or during the lesson? And then once that further action has been actioned itself, deciding then where the risk level takes place after that control has been put in. So if it was to begin with in column 3 high, has that gone down to either medium or low now, so that we can actually see a real reduction in the risk. So that's 3.2. So hopefully that is pretty straightforward. You should be able to complete that when you look and you observe other lessons, or when you observe other sports leaders teaching their lessons as well. Okay, great.